Singapore, the delay in making known a clear track and field selection criteria for next year's Commonwealth Games has led to SEA Games marathon champion Soh Rui Yong deciding not to attempt qualification for the April 4 to 15 event. The 26-year-old, who revealed he had made his decision privately last week, explained on Tuesday, November 14, that he was disappointed that it had taken so long for the selection criteria to be published. The qualifying window started on April 15 this year and end on February 11 next year, but the period of the window and selection criteria were published on SAS website only at about 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday. So, who will instead focus on preparing for the World Half Marathon Championships in March, told the Straits Times, it makes it very difficult for coaches and athletes to develop a proper plan to qualify for and then peak for the Commonwealth Games. The lack of training structure and proper periodization is a large reason why we have always failed to deliver in athletics, and last-minute selection policies like these don't help. Wishing his teammates luck in aiming for the Commonwealth Games qualification, the 26-year-old acknowledged that making the decision had been difficult. Representing my country is always an honor. But I no longer wish to entertain such uncertainty. I will now focus on competitions that I have control over and hence will be able to prepare adequately for, he said. There's no time now given that it takes months to get ready for a good marathon as there are only 5 months left to qualify, and then race. SA President Ho Mun-chong told ST that the delay in making the selection criteria public was a result of an internal miscommunication. Some of the clauses in the criteria took longer to finalize as we needed to clarify that it was phrased clearly, said Ho. He added that he would respect Soh's decision not to attempt qualification for the Commonwealth Games, saying, I wish him all the best at the World Half Marathon Championships. Some national athletes, whom ST spoke to before the selection criteria for the Commonwealth Games was published, admitted they were frustrated that a clear set of criteria had not been made known to them. ST understands that 75 athletes were informed on Tuesday afternoon that their names were on a long list of nominations for the Gold Coast Games, based on their performances this year. National sprint hurdler Dipna Limprasad noted that the need for clear selection criteria was something that athletes had been calling for a long time, and welcomed being notified of the recent updates. We can now have ease of mind as we gear our training towards preparing for the Commonwealth Games now that we have been nominated for the long list, she said. While it is comforting as we can better plan for the coming season, there is only a short window left for the qualifying period, which makes things challenging for all athletes and coaches. National pole vault record holder Rachel Yang met the Commonwealth Games qualifying distance of 380 m at the Thailand Open in June, where she jumped 391 m. Despite having met the mark, the 35-year-old admitted she had been unsure if this was sufficient as she did not know if any other selection criteria would be introduced.